Hi everybody, how you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Was able to sneak out here for the last hour of this evening out on the pond, and I'm going to do a little live feed for you today. I'm out in my Hobie 360. I'll give you a look here out in the Hobie 360. Of course, Hobie 360 has that brand new Hobie 360 drive. Pretty amazing kayak. Traveling real light today. Just brought my small flambeau bag, and we're going to be doing a couple finesse techniques for you today. These are Detroit in the house. What's up? Walt in the house. What's up? Ronnie. What's up? Ronnie. Yo, Ron. Joey Randall in the house. These are two techniques, finesse techniques, that are really hot right now. The first one's called the chicken rig. The chicken rig, we're going to be using a Berkley powerbait flute worm. We're going to be using the 5.7 inch. I've got a couple different colors. The one we're going to start with is Ike's custom color. It's called Ike's Green Pumpkin Blue Flash. Great thing about the chicken rig is you just need the worm, stick worm, straight tail worm. The hook, we're using the VMC Finesse Nico hook, really key to the presentation. And then a little nail, a little weight in the back. And I'm using today, because this lake is very shallow, I'm using the 16th ounce VMC half moon wacky weight. Goes right in the tail. The other bait we're going to be fishing with is a Ned rig. Light Ned rig. This lake's very shallow, so we're going to be using light Ned rig. Dave, what's up from Oklahoma? Let's see. Christian, what's up? How you doing? Terry, how you doing? One piece of advice I'd give to any fisherman: never give up. Okay, there you have it. This next bait we're going to be fishing is a new Berkley bait called a water bug. It's power bait. The shape floats, which is really key. It's available in two sizes. Today we're going to be fishing the 4-inch. I'm going to be fishing it Ned style, but instead of using a traditional Ned head, because this lake's so shallow, we're going to be fishing a VMC Finesse rugby head in a 16th of an ounce. The Finesse rugby head, look at the line tie on it, has a 90-degree line tie, just like a Ned head. So you're going to be able to Ned rig, but it's going to be weedless. It's going to be a weedless style. So there are the two baits. That's all I brought with me. I didn't bring anything else. No power baits, none of that stuff. So let me put you in the holder here, and then we'll talk about rigging. Okay, California in the house. How you doing? So here's the chicken rig. Basically, I'm going to show you how to rig this thing. Okay, here we've got the Berkley powerbait flute worm, 5.7. The flute worm has, see those little ridges? Those little ridges are great for wacky rigging, but we're not going to use a band on this style. Water temperature, by the way, is in the low 50s right now, about 52, 53 degrees. So we've got our flute worm. In the head of the worm, the fat end of the worm, I put that nail. It's a VMC half moon wacky weight. You can use a regular nail as well. That's in the fat end, okay? The hook, VMC Finesse Nico. Very special. Okay, then I'm going to get the worm, and I'm going to go to that middle bump out on the worm. You see that middle one? And I'm going to go in the body, in line. Okay, not wacky style, not perpendicular, in line with the bait, and push it out. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm going to slide it all the way up, and that Nico hook has a little guard on it. I'm going to turn the worm, and then notice that last bump out. I'm going to push it in and pull it out so it's straight. Okay, so basically you've got a weedless Nico rig is the best way to describe it. A weedless Nico rig. All right, let's see. We're going to try to actually fish some here for you. I'm looking around, and the water's real calm. The fish are starting to move up, so starting in a shallow bay with it. The way I want to fish the chicken rig is a lot like a Nico rig. I'm doing a lot of shaking. I don't know if you can see my rod here, but I'm actually shaking it. So I want to throw it out there near the cover. Right now I'm fishing some lily pads. There's some lily pad stalks in this area. And once I get down there, I'm actually doing a lot of shaking with the rod. Gonna try to just keep covering some water. I really don't know what these fish are doing out here right now. I'm assuming they're moving up for the pre-spawn, but we're gonna try to find them with this chicken rig. The water temperature back here, I had a question earlier about it, is low 50s right now, low 50s. So that's pre-spawn. You know, fish are definitely wanting to move up here eventually. But we got to figure out what they're on. You know, a lot of times first thing in the day, first thing when you come out, you have to identify what kind of cover they're on. So we're gonna try to fish some wood. We're also gonna try to fish some lily pads. There's a few laydowns on this bank. The great thing about the chicken rig, is it's very, very weedless. You know, traditional Nico rig, wacky rig with an exposed hook, a lot of times they're not so weedless. They get hung up. But this bait is very, very weedless. Very weedless. Let's see. Let's go down this bank a little bit more. I want to get around some wood. So far we've fished all vegetation and haven't got a bite yet. So let's try to get around a little bit of wood. Maybe see. A lot of times fish in the pre-spawn like hard cover. You know, they like that wood. They like to get next to wood. So let's try some wood here. I'm fishing a few isolated laydowns right here. Just trying to cover a little water. Trying to get my first bite of the day. Definitely some activity. I'm seeing little bait fish popping here and there. No bites yet though. We're still in a very, what I would call, shallow section of the lake right here. So no guarantee these fish have moved up yet, you know. These fish could still be a little deeper. They could be staging, you know, or low 50s. There's a good probability they're staging, you know. So we're gonna try to get out here a little bit in deeper water. Again, while I'm waiting for a bite real quick, I'll tell you that I'm out in my Hobie 360. If you're a kayak angler, you've heard of this kayak. It's a game changer. It allows for hands-free fishing. And this new 360 drive lets me stay in a spot. If I got on a dock or a laydown, or I'm fishing a hump and I'm trying to stay exactly on that spot, this 360 drive is perfect for it. Amazing kayak, amazing kayak. I'm gonna keep going here. I'm not getting any action, not feeling good about what I'm seeing here. We're gonna keep going. This is honestly how I would practice. This is exactly how I would approach a tournament or a new place. Is just like what I'm doing. I don't stay in one spot very long, okay? I don't stay in one spot very long until I start to get some bites. It's exactly the way I practice too. I want to get around some fish. I want to get bites, even bites from other species. Bluegill, crappie, you know, you want to be around life, right? And I haven't felt anything yet, so we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. By the way, real quick, let me mention, with everything going on in the world right now, I hope everybody's being safe. I wish everybody the best right now. I know it's a little bit of a strange time, and I hope you're getting out to do a little hunting, a little fishing, spending some time in the outdoors. It's a great time to do that. So I'm gonna make a little pedal right now. If you notice, I'm pedaling out. I'm gonna try to sort of get out to this deeper water. Right up here about 100 yards from where I'm at, it turns from a flat into more of a basin. It's got a little drop off. And let's head out here and target some of this deeper water and see, because even though the conditions are perfect, you know, for fish moving up, they don't always listen, you know. So I'm gonna make a little pedal out here to some deeper water, and we'll see what we can get going. The other thing about this little area we're gonna pedal to is there's actually a drop off out here that has brush, has some areas of brush, submerged brush in about 4 to 5 feet of water. And it also has some stumps from the original lake bed. The stumps were cut and left, so it's got some stumps. So let's pedal there about 50 yards. I'm not quite in the real deep stuff, but it's starting to drop off right here. So let's just try some of this real quick, a little bit of this, and see what happens. By the way, fishing this chicken rig on a medium light rod. I've got braid to a fluoroliter. This happens to be 10-pound Berkley X5, and I'm attaching that to an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. Using a little bit longer leader with this setup. I'm using a leader that's about 3 feet, maybe 4 feet long. So a little long fluorocarbon leader. It's a great way to set the hook and get a positive hookup, you know, even when you have a long cast. The braid to fluoroliter eliminates a lot of stretch, a lot of stretch. One of the reasons I really like this combo. Boy, it's calm out here. It's just flat as a pancake. I mean, there's almost no wind out here right now. It's crazy. Crazy how calm it is. That's probably hurting a little bit. This water's what I call semi-clear. It's got a little bit of tannic color to it. Not too much, a little tannic, but it's pretty clear. And you know, with no wind right now, I'm sure that's hurting a little bit, but sure be nice to get a bite. I haven't had the first bite yet. I'll be honest with you. By the way, I'm also filming. Oh, there's a piece of brush I just went over. Man, that scared me. Whew. Oh. Man, my heart skipped a beat right there. Wow. There's also, I'm filming this right now as well, and if anything good comes out of it, you'll get to see this on a Going Ike episode as well. So, all right, I'm about ready to just go to some deep water now. We're going to totally switch gears. We tried shallow, no bites. We tried mid-depth, no bites. So I'm going to go ahead and switch now and go to the deepest water in this lake. And this water, it's funny, I'm telling you it's the deepest water, and it's probably 6 to 8 feet deep. And this is the deepest water in this particular fishery. But it's all relative, right? You know? Again, when you're practicing, listen to me. When you're fishing a place for the first time, you're practicing, do what I'm doing here, which is keep moving. Go from shallow to mid-depth to deep. If you don't get any bites, go back shallow, try different cover, change baits. I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly trying to keep an open mind about what the fish are doing. So now we're almost to the deepest water in the lake. Let's take a couple casts here and just see. You know, this is kind of like where the fish would winter, but you know, pre-spawn, sometimes there's some big fish holding out here still, you know, that haven't moved up. So we'll give this a couple minutes. If this doesn't work, we'll go back to mid-depth. If mid-depth doesn't work, we'll go back shallow, you know? One more piece right here, real quick. Oh God. Power pole down real quick. Had a bite. My first bite of the day. Felt small. Got my power pole micro on this 360. Power pole down. There you go. Now that was a small bite, but it was my first bite of the day. And that was surprisingly on a piece of deeper wood. So I fished 2 pieces of deeper wood, didn't have anything. We got to the 3rd piece of deep wood and had one swim off with it. I missed it. It was a little fish though. But it was a bite, which is good. We got a bite. You know when it's a good one, man. The way they eat this thing, it's pretty automatic. That was something small, but it was definitely a bite. Might have even been a crappie. You know, the crappie will get around these deeper piles too. And it's a possibility that was a crappie. It was a really small bite. No, don't do that. Do that. There, it comes out of there. Nope. Nope. Thought that might have been one of those ones where you get multiple bites on a brush pile. But one bite. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We don't have a lot of time today, so we're going to keep going. And I think the next move for me is to take a little bit of weight out of this chicken rig. It's a 1/16 of an ounce. Might take a little bit out. Might cut it back. Ooh. That might have been a pickerel. Something looked at the bait as I was rounding in, but that reminded me of a pickerel, you know. There's one. Big one. Whoa! Giant, giant! On chicken rig. Ah! Big one, big one, big one. I'm gonna lay down. Big one. Come here. Got him! Yeah! Yeah! Power pole down. Finally, finally, finally. Good one too. I overestimate a lot on fish, but I'm gonna say 2 3/4. 2 3/4 on that one. I want to show you the chicken rig. Look at that. Look at the chicken rig. And that's normally right where they get them, okay? It's normally right where they get them. Look at this. Look at this, ready? There it goes. There's that chicken rig. I want to show you the cover that I caught this fish in to prove to you how weedless this presentation is, okay? Nice fish. I'm going to show you, I'm going to flip the camera. I'll show you the release of that beautiful fish right there. Look at that. Let me make sure the GoPros are getting it. Beautiful sunset in the back. Look at that. Man, that's awesome. I love it. Feels so good to catch one, especially with everything that's going on right now. Feels so good. I'm going to show you the release. This beautiful fish. Look at that. There he goes. And look at what he came out of, okay? So look at that. We have an island here. And you see these laydowns sticking out? Look. Laydowns coming off this island. So deep water is out here. Deep water is out here. And right here you have an island. You have an incline of the bank and then an island. The one thing about these laydowns, why laydowns are so great in the spring, in the pre-spawn. Remember, the water temperature is in the low 50s right now. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Nick. These laydowns, especially the ones that are long, look at them, that come off the bank like that. I call them ladders. I call them ladders. And, you know, the reason they're like ladders is because they come out from the bank and they extend out to deep water. Ladders, laydowns are so good in the spring.